Hey guys, I'm Review It Dan.
And I'm Taku Kent, and welcome to Season 2.
We're on the wrong side.
Oh, okay, you can fix it.
There we go.
What the?
Oh, hey.
I think you overdid it.
How'd I get here?
Don't question it. We can't figure it out ourselves.
Well, it's good to see you.
Yeah, man. It's good to see you, man.
It's good to be back.
At least it's not in your own place where we broke through the window last time.
Very, very true.
Anyways, welcome to Season 2 of Random Talks. We have our special guest, apparently, Zero to Chaos.
What's good, everybody? Zero to Chaos is back. Don't know where I was. You know, the power of the snap here, Thanos. That's okay, man. But
There's the power of the finger gun.
oh, hey, snap me back out then. I don't know about that. But hopefully everybody out there is doing good. I'm glad to be here, guys. Thank y'all for snapping me in here.
I mean, we're glad to be back too. It's been I don't know how long,
About maybe a good half a year, 3/4
something like
year.
that. With Dan in this current situation of my situation of trying to move out, and his trying to figure out everything else. It's now starting to get to the point where, as you can see, we're not in my bedroom,
And we're not cramped up.
I mean, we can be.
I mean,
Feel the love, man.
I'm always in the middle. I'm always stuck in the middle of this.
Zero in the middle.
No, you know.
Hey, the new show.
Zero in the middle. I mean, we might just do it. I'm just saying.
The sitcom to come.
Just saying. But yes, guys, man. First off, wow. I want to say, like, y'all don't get to see me a lot, you know, but I'm in the back end, and these guys have been killing it. All right, I watch all the videos. I kind of see all the videos. I mean, I make thumbnails for the videos too.
Yeah.
But
You get the idea of what's going on. Luckily, you don't have to make thumbnails for these.
I mean, yet.
That's true.
But that'll probably happen when we actually do a live video.
Random Talks Live, we definitely want to try to redo that again. Now that you have your computer set up, and we can definitely hook up a nice, despite this being a nice phone.
Oh yeah, the quality of phone is very nice, but computer, I got the Canon camera and a very nice mic. You guys saw what that thing looked like. I mean, we had the ice one, which worked well.
The snowball,
The snowball that worked well for what we had. Mm-hmm. But this baby, I was on a Discord call the other day, and I'm like, "How well can you guys hear me?" Ow, my ears.
I always feel like too with like, because I started with the Yeti. I started with the snowball, you know, the little one, and then I was like, "Ooh, what's this? This is the Yeti." I'm like, so we go from a snowball to the Yeti, and it was like he said, just chef's kiss, like sound quality. It looks cool too.
Yeah,
just having it there, but
I mean, we're thinking this is a new year. We're in 2023. I miss the days when we used to do the end of the year videos. I'm not gonna lie,
man. Like they say, with how busy they've been, and also me myself, like content has still been coming, and we've still been pushing it. But like, you know, I'm soon going to be off the market. I'm already off the market, but I'll be officially married myself. So you know, it's been a lot of just preparation and planning.
You're next.
Well, technically, I am kind of off the market now.
Not like that.
Not like that. Not like that. No.
I ain't there yet.
But
we'll be getting there.
Let's just say, both arms are being dragged. Well, bye, guys.
True. But yeah, no, this is Season 2. We talked about it a couple times. We gave y'all a couple updates. Once one of us actually had a different place. This isn't going to be the final setup. Like I said, Dan's got the studio currently under construction. I can talk.
Construction, organization, stuff like that.
Yep. Once that's done, we will be doing it in the actual room. This is just, hey, this is an open couch. Let's use it.
Yeah.
But we didn't really make a list of news that we wanted to talk about, so let's just kind of, I mean, there's a lot that's been happening in the last 6 months. We can just talk about that.
Yes.
Let's start with the big one that's been happening recently. Hasbro and Wizards of the Coast.
Yes.
I know you probably don't know a whole much about that.
I know nothing.
I told you to look it up. Did you get around to it?
Little bit. But it's funny though, because this is not new to the world space of just like how like media and toys for some reason.
Yeah,
I don't get the issue. Kind of do.
Let me turn my angle over.
But I would say, well, first let people know what the issue was first.
So, I forget how long ago it was. Hasbro acquired Wizards of the Coast, which is the owners of Magic of the Gathering, Dungeons and Dragons, all that space. Hearthstone. Is there anything else, Dave, that's under their umbrella?
I mean, Magic Arena, which is still Magic, but if y'all used to that,
yeah. So they acquired it, and everyone's like, okay, that's fine. They seem to be doing a really good job. But they decided to let's go in a different direction. Instead of creating 5.5 edition or 6th edition of Dungeons and Dragons, they're creating a whole new system that's, I'm hoping it's just a code name, 1 D&D. Because let's be honest, we don't need another situation where they're like, we just had a 360. Why are we going back to 1 from the Xbox era?
And this, when you told me that, and I looked it up, and I was like, now I've played like D&D and Pathfinder enough to know that like when these new big releases come out like this, it's more of like, I think personally is that they're bringing out the new stuff. They're going to like filter out everything, keep what they want to keep, get rid of what they don't, make it more refined, possibly make it easier, because now that with Hasbro, it may not seem like you're going to get new eyes to the product, but I'm pretty sure they're going to get more product like eyes out there now. So we might see D&D, and I would say Toys R Us, but
let's be honest. Hasbro's becoming a beholder.
Yes.
One eye stock at a time.
They're just sitting there. Hey man, if Disney can do it.
Yeah. Well, here's where the issue comes in. The gaming license agreement that they created, Wizards of the Coast created back 20 odd years ago, if it was still even Wizards of the Coast that owned it. It stated that if a third party wanted to create something for Dungeons and Dragons, they could. It wasn't an issue. And they literally wrote in this thing, this is supposed to be forever. And even the people who wrote this 20 odd years ago came out recently and said, no, this was supposed to be forever.
Right.
And now here comes Hasbro. I can guarantee you it's 75% Hasbro. Hasbro coming in and going, no, we want money.
Yep.
And so,
look at this kindling right here. Let's put it in the fireplace.
Yep.
They are currently, the sheet got leaked. It hasn't even been officially published yet. It got leaked by a credible source for an author that does the articles for the nerd stuff, and said, oh no. And she released it to the public and said, we have a problem. So currently under this new 1.1, or as I've been calling it, 1.turd license agreement, if you create something for D&D as a supplement or a book through Kickstarter, they own it or they get money from it. Yep. Basically, that's all it's going to be. It's either they own it or they get money from it. And one of the statements was, whatever you create, we can rip it off and you get nothing.
Correct. And that sucks because I personally know a couple people that make third-party material for these type of games. So I would say for people who maybe don't understand where this is going, if you remember back when Skyrim, with Microsoft and all that stuff with Bethesda, when they saw the modding creations for that, make huge waves, right? They decided, we'll make you pay for mods. Kind of the same thing. So now it's kind of like in this situation where there's people that make a living off of third-party material.
Oh yes, and it does really well. It's really good material.
Right. And like you said, like the old Wizards of the Coast and everybody else within the company back in the day was like, cool. It's kind of like saying, like Theo, was it no publicity is bad publicity kind of thing?
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, this third party comes in, they make a whole new character, a whole new, let's say a whole new class, a whole new race or something. It blows up. Kind of like a nod, like, okay, cool, yeah, sell it. Keep going. And then the new set will come out and they may make it like a main race within their book.
Yeah.
But yeah, when you told me that and I was looking at it, I was like, so they're not even saying like, hey, we'll acknowledge your third party and maybe take a percentage. No, it's like, we have full rights. Screw your copyright. Screw that for most people, they have to pay for licensing use. So it's like, I wonder what they're going to do with that.
what was it? I forget what the name was. Something Press, a Cobalt Press. Yes, that's it. Cobalt Press. The company like them, they make books, 5-10 books a year.
Mm-hmm.
I know some of them go through Kickstarter, some of them they just release. Basically, this is just putting them out of a business.
Right.
And
100%.
but then you have companies like Critical Role that they can honestly, I mean, between outside of the Explorer's Guide to Wildmount, the recent release of Exandria, was it Reborn, Rewritten, something like that. Mm-hmm. You have them making their own company, the Darrington Press. They can easily go, okay, here are elements of D&D that we need to use, the dice, the skills, the whatnot. This is our game.
Right.
So they can easily just go, boop, boop, and they're completely fine because they're not playing D&D anymore. They're playing Critical Role the game.
Right. And don't forget, that's how we got Pathfinder.
Yeah.
Maybe not within that same, like, legal issue, but, you know, they took D&D, kind of, like, sliced and kept what they wanted, kept the concepts, and they changed certain things, and we got Pathfinder. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I hate to be that person. It's like, guys, like, y'all, again, like you said, like, you entering Hasbro, making this a thing, putting their flag in the dirt is pretty much going to make this weird shift of what we love and know as D&D it's still going to be there.
Yeah. But
like you said, we're going to get these massive companies and groups that have made a living off of this go, no, we're going to leave and make our own thing. It's about to become like the Wild Wild West of tabletop, man.
It honestly sounds like a crazy Looney Tunes episode with Marvin. I hereby claim this company in the name of Hasbro.
Yes, exactly.
But wait a minute, no.
Hold up there, Doc.
You know,
well, they've already some companies have already been banding together and putting together a lawsuit.
Oh, for sure.
We're going to see that happening before the year's up, as well as far as when the hearing will be and everything that starts. If it gets a hearing, we don't know. But we also don't know if this is going to be after the leak of this document. We had no clue if Hasbro, because they haven't said nothing. Hasbro and Wizards have not said anything.
They're not going to at this point.
Yeah, they could honestly completely backtrack, tweak X, Y, and Z, actually publish it, and it's something completely opposite. Mm-hmm. For all we know, they could do like a partnership program where they get 10%, which that sounds reasonable.
Fine. Right, that's fine. You know, it's to me, it's like, especially with us being content creators, you know, we're not huge content creators, but we are still creators. You know, that's like them coming to YouTube or Twitch, going like, hey, I know you're making us money already as is. Mm-hmm. You're bringing people into our space, but now we're going to take everything from you.
Didn't that happen to like Ninja?
In a way. Yeah. Well, with Ninja, I mean, again, there's us and there's Ninja. And like,
well, I meant as far as like
him using his image that he built upon this platform, and you know, I still agree, like, he did everything right. You know, as a company, as an entity, I feel he did everything right. Mm-hmm. So I always tell people, it's like, yes, if you start on YouTube, you start on Twitch, always have a way out, always have, you know, something that your content, your brand can live on. And he took that and shoes, toys, every type of sponsorship. Like,
I mean, the only thing missing out of that is the entrepreneurship that Mr. Beast holds right now. Between the candy and his videos, the burgers, which I have still not tried.
I heard it's delicious.
I've heard it's delicious too, but the only place around here that actually serves his food is in Atlanta.
Which is crazy.
Well, we gotta make a weekend trip then, don't we?
No, what we gotta do is just fold and go to Kennesaw and go to the first Whataburger in Georgia.
Yo. Fun story about that, if I can.
Sure.
Go ahead.
Family of mine, they decided they wanted to go, like, release week. Because they live right there. And literally, I think he said they got there, it was already to the street down the road. Yeah. It would have took them 2 hours to get there. He said, no, I'm good. So an hour and a half in, he bailed out. Was like, no, it took him an hour to get out. He was like, dang it, I could have just got the burger and been fine with
What's funny is I remember something similar back when Varsity had their big... Varsity is a local restaurant that has most of their restaurants located near the colleges.
Yeah.
I remember when they had I think it was their 50th, 75th. It was like their big birthday of whatever many years, and they made all their chili dogs original price, 50 cents or something like that. Literally, the line to just get in was 2 hours long on foot.
It's I love it. I'm not waiting.
No,
I'm not.
Place is good. It's good.
It's delicious.
Not worth the 2 hour wait just to get a 50-cent hot dog.
Come on, even.
And they limited how many you could get.
Of course.
And then they also had the merch that they made just for the occasion.
I mean, you could get wait. How many people trying on getting 10 of these things?
You know exactly what's going to happen. I'm going to eat 10 of them. I'm going to scalp 50 of them. All right?
Are you going to sell them on the street for $5?
And pay my house off. All right? That's clearly, it's the wild, wild west of scalpers, all right? Can't get a PS5, can't get a varsity hot dog. It works the same way.
We got one in the other room.
Hey, congratulations.
I got that Black Friday now.
Sure.
Here's the thing. The week before Black Friday, I went and I was like, you know what? I did hear that, PS5s are starting to become more abundant now. They're not so rare anymore. It's not like...
They're like amoebas.
I spotted one! Oh, no, wait. My mistake. It's just a PS2 and a PS3 taped together.
Boy, if I think really hard.
Make a squint!
Yeah, so I went in there, talked to the guy about it. It's like, hey, you guys got PS5s? They said, we don't have them right now. They will be actually sold on Black Friday in the morning. And I'm like...
What time did you wake up to go there?
You assume I went to sleep.
What time did you leave the house to go there?
Oh, I left there, let's see, about 2 hours before opening. And you wonder how long the line was to get in there?
3 hours.
No! There was barely anybody there! It was like I was the third person in line!
And what store?
The GameStop in Hiram.
That's why. Well, that's why. Don't get me wrong. Me and GameStop have a long relationship. Not always good. But I will say, Black Friday for the PS4, I did the same thing. And I was literally the first person in line. And everyone's sitting there looking like I'm crazy. I'm like, no, I just got here. Door open, walk to the front. I want a PS4. This much money. I already got one on layaway. And the lady was like, okay, you want to pay off for it? No, I want that deal, not that one. And we had this long conversation. She went and got her manager. I'm like, sir.
Was it Chuck? The bald dude?
No, he's cool. He's cool.
Yeah.
Shout out, Chuck. You're cool. But literally,
Chuck has literally been with the company since it was EV Games. He knew me when I was little, when the GameCube was out. This dude is hardcore.
When a young me tried to get a job there. But we don't speak of that. but no, literally, it was like GameStop as a whole. Not the cool people that work there, but as a whole.
As a company.
Yeah, get on my nerves. But it's still alive. And as much as they annoy me, I'm happy that they found a median that they can still go.
They're struggling for a minute there.
I remember when they merged with ThinkGeek and all that, and they started bringing them into the malls and things of that nature. And then pandemic happened, and then malls got ghost town. I was like, oh god, no.
You know how many malls in the state of Georgia are still healthy?
1,
2.
But Linux is just not even a mall anymore.
Town Center and the Mall of Georgia are the only 2 that are still healthy.
Well, I heard that.
And yet none of them have an Apple Store in them.
Hey.
Yeah.
Well, that's a whole nother story with Apple. But I heard that Town Center might... I don't know if that deal officially went through.
It didn't.
It didn't for the stadium? Mm-mm. Okay. So, I thought that was going to happen. I thought Town Center was about to go...
Yeah, well, no, they had too many people petition, and they took them to court saying, we have these leases for this long, y'all are doing this.
Right.
And so many companies, especially the big ones, they still have a Macy's, they still have a JCPenney.
Right. The big titans.
Yeah, so they didn't really have enough leg to stand on to do that. Mall of Georgia is the Mall of Georgia. I mean...
Yeah, it's the Mall of Georgia.
Yeah.
What more can you say?
Which is hilarious because y'all remember growing up in the 90s, the biggest malls in the area were the Mall of Georgia, Gwinnett Place Mall, and Cumberland.
Yep.
And out of those 3, only one of them still stand.
One.
Gwinnett Place Mall has, I haven't been there, but I think its only action it's gotten in the last 10 years is being a set for Stranger Things.
That's it.
And I believe Cumberland has a little carnival beside it, doesn't it?
Yes.
That's about it.
And it's do I even see anyone there?
It's crazy because like the life around the Cumberland is fine. It's busy, popping, traffic, everything. You think like, oh, the mall's fine. No.
Yeah.
Man,
But
here's what I would do with that kind of mall. I would contact Scott Cawthon and say, hey, build a Pizzaplex.
oh man,
Could you imagine the revenue you could get from that?
Well,
just from that right there.
I mean, if you refurbed it to be a not even VR, like what would be the word? You'd have
Like a recreation.
A recreation. Thank you. Of security breach.
yeah,
And you can do one of you can have it in three ways. You can have it as an actual restaurant. You can have it as a theme park, not being an actual theme park. Or you can do, and then like during Halloween or like special occasions, you can actually have scare actors coming in really impressive looking suits.
Oh yeah, the suits aren't hard to make. I've seen people make these things. I saw someone recreate the glam rock Freddy suit, wear it around, and it looked so real. I was like,
and it only took them about $500 to make.
right.
So yeah, I mean, special events, you bring these guys out with these impressive suits chasing people. You've got money.
not to mention, because the mall is so big, you can actually have a gigantic arcade place that you can have arcade games from the past and to the new.
Yeah.
Or if I see this happen in the next like 2 years, it's because someone watched this. Take an old rundown mall, cut it in half. All right, don't break it, just wall. Right. What's popping? BRs. What's popping? Fortnite. You know what you make? Live BR in the mall. It's simple. Just make everything safety. Okay. One half is one run. The other half is the other run. When you die on this run, go over to the next and wait in line, and you circle around and around and around until you get tired. Charge people by the hour. Boom. If it happens in the next couple of years, I'm going to be mad. That's just one idea. But, no, I do agree with y'all. It's like there's these massive buildings, and a lot of times people, they don't understand, like, oh, well, it's a mall. One, it's not easy for these stores, unless you are Macy's, JCPenney's, these big titans that have been there for a while. A lot of these smaller stores got eaten up.
Yep.
Because they couldn't pay the rent. They couldn't keep it up.
I was shocked to see Nico. Nico was still in town center.
Yo.
There were a few stores we went to last time that were still going like.
That's a local like family owned anime like. They're not even are they even a chain?
I think so.
They're a tiny chain. They're a very tiny chain.
The key word there was anime.
Yes,
And
but during the pandemic, they were shut down completely. The fact that they survived impressed me.
Don't get me wrong. I don't know if they do like conventions. I don't know if they do stuff like that.
That wouldn't surprise me.
Or maybe their online kept them afloat maybe enough to
I've never
weather
looked.
the storm. But anime culture has taught me one thing. They will keep what they want alive.
I was going to say, believe in friendship.
Bruh. The power of friendship is real.
In the heart of the cards.
In the heart of the freaking cards, all right? Amen to that, brother. If all else fails, I'm going to draw that top card and believe in my friend. Help me out if I fail. That's all I know.
Exodia. Pay this bill.
You just see him pull out a stone wallet.
In there. Run! What are you doing? You're my friend, right? Yeah.
Go.
But, oh, man. But, yeah, I mean, it's...
Let's backtrack a bit. Let's get back to Hasbro and Wizards.
Yeah.
That we took a tangent off that one.
Hey, we took a fun road trip off the side there.
Yeah,
Come
we
on
took
now.
Route 66.
But I do feel Hasbro has bumped their heads when it comes to this. Don't get me wrong. You have other companies without of this space that are doing this. They I won't say eat up companies, but they're acquiring companies. Microsoft is doing it, Disney's doing it. So with Hasbro, I mean, again, I think a lot of people who don't know of Hasbro maybe just
First off, what rock you've been living under?
right? Well, you'd be surprised. I thought the same thing, and I met people who were just like,
They've been making toys since the 80s.
Yo.
Toys, the TV shows.
you'd be surprised. Like, because remember, like some people only know them from what they did with like
Ponies.
like the hub, like all that stuff. And
I remember that.
Shut up, man.
I just
So
saw something on
much.
Twitter about that the other day. It's like, we will always remember the hub.
Right. And it's like Hasbro, I'm like, yeah. But then you do things like this, and I'm like, come on, man. Like,
What? So Discovery owns Hasbro, or Hasbro owns Discovery. Which way is it?
Hasbro owns Discovery, if I'm not mistaken.
So that means Hasbro owns Cartoon Network and Warner Brothers and all that.
So are they the ones?
So
making
that's
the
why they're
decisions?
struggling so much for money. They keep making stupid purchases.
But then here's my question: Hasbro is known for making great animated shows. I mean, come on, we saw the fourth generation My Little Pony, Transformers Prime, and that's still a new.
I was just talking to Jasmine about this. Let me tell you, I can give you one question that will answer that. Where's the fifth generation My Little Pony?
It's on Netflix.
Nope, that's the problem.
Yep,
That's the problem.
the thing is, no one knows it's there.
Right. But see, that's what Cartoon Network. I mean, if we can kind of ease that way a little bit,
Yeah.
like with their situation and how they're like, oh, Cartoon Network may be bellying up, blah 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 blah, and it's like, I'm not surprised because look at in the last decade. Now, bear with me now. In the last decade of content that Cartoon Network has released, I can personally say that the three biggest successes they had, I would say, is Adventure Time, Steven Universe, and Teen Titans Go. Hey, it's out there now.
We're not denying that. We're not going to deny that Teen Titans Go is popular.
Now.
We just don't personally like it.
Right. Now,
Is it good? That's the other question.
here's my problem with Cartoon Network within this last decade. In the last decade, how many movies or properties have they put onto the big screen from those three?
One.
And it was Teen Titans Go. That's the wrong
I
one.
thought you were gonna say how many movies have they made for original movies on the Cartoon Network.
Oh, even that. Like, but then you look at like Nickelodeon. Nickelodeon, they struck fire. This SpongeBob thing just blew up. And
Live action Dora the Explorer came out a few years back.
Right.
They've gotten to the point where they made a live action Loud House movie. Or is
Yeah.
it a series?
like might be a series, you
Maybe
know.
both.
And then like Cartoon Network, besides like them moving certain things to streaming services, I feel like they just refuse to capitalize on the successes.
well, not even the streaming services because half their content got removed from HBO Max.
Well, some of it getting added back because a lot of people are like, hello, we're watching this. But they're cartoon. We don't care. We're watching it.
That's my biggest fear because Jasmine and I both love Steven Universe. We were afraid we'd never be able to see it again. So I worked my butt off Googling and found that the complete collection that they released for like a month, it has the original series, the movie, and future all in one. Mm-hmm. I found one store that wasn't upselling it out ridiculously, and they were out in California. It was like a record store.
Oh wow!
And not only did they have it up for sale, when I bought it after a couple of days, they're like, "Yo, we don't actually have it. It's on back order for like 3 weeks. Do you want to wait for it? Or do you want a refund?" I was like, "I'm going to wait for it. I will never find it for a $60 price tag again."
Never.
So I waited a little over a month. They sent it out, an extra week of shipping, including that time, and I did get it, and now it's still sealed in there because Jasmine and I are opposite schedules still and don't have a lot of time for DVDs. But same thing we said for the Ed, Edd and Eddy complete series and the Foster's complete series that I bought. They're legit. They're not bootlegs.
But you hear it. Prime example. It's like Cartoon Network has all of these amazing shows, amazing things they've done, but they don't capitalize on it.
Yep.
But here's
They just
here's my biggest thing. Boomerang. Remember all that? It's all coming back to you?
Yeah.
You used to show on Sunday, then they made their own channel, which was awesome. And you got to see all these old cartoon... No, it's still Cartoon Network Part 2.
Yeah.
And I'm sad about that because...
Well, they did two things with it. First, it was all that, all coming back to you. They did all the old cartoons and all that. Then, let's see, what year is it now?
23!
8-10 years ago, they started throwing in their shows that were done on Cartoon Network.
That was not a problem.
Yes.
That was actually pretty
That's
idea.
and then it slowly filtered out all the older stuff, and it just became Nicktoons Cartoon Network mode.
Right.
And then now, I haven't used actual TV in a while. Is it still even a channel?
I don't
It's
know.
still there.
I haven't seen it.
I only know because we went on a cruise for the holidays, and that was the only good channel on the cruise.
Do you know what's
Was
the
Cartoon
wild?
Network.
Do you know what's the wild part? The last time I saw it, guess what they were airing?
What?
Teen Titans Go.
Bam. I mean, I'll be honest. I watched a lot of Teen Titans go on that boat. Like it was either that or Gumball.
Y'all should. What cruise line
Gumball's
was
not
it?
bad.
If you don't mind me asking.
Which one?
What cruise line was it?
It was Carnival, the Carnival Magic.
Why did you go on a Carnival cruise?
Because I know which boats to go on. I'll be honest with you. So
I'm sorry, as someone who's been on 2 cruises, and keep in mind, I understand both of them were Disney, but I've seen enough of my friend Michael K. Wonderful channel, check him out. He refuses to go on Carnival. And I completely agree with him because they have such a bad reputation of their boats blowing up. They have people, they're the only ships with people who have gone overboard and have been lost.
now we'll say this though. Okay, one, if you go overboard, that's your problem.
If you're overboard, how the heck did you do that?
Right. Like when I tell you,
Good.
when I tell you, not even that. Like if you look, every time you look over, there is something there. So that means you not only jumped, hit something, got up, went, damn, jumped, hit something.
I'm worried not even get knocked down. That one's like, hey guys,
Right.
I'm gonna blow
Now-
up.
Oh, it's Homer from the Simpsons movie.
Like, and I agree that I've been on 3 cruises or 4. One of them, they've all been Carnival. This last one was one of the newer boats, and I was like 100% better. Now I went on one of the cheaper boats. Don't do it.
Oh, yeah.
Don't do it. It's like I know
you almost got it.
because you went to the Disney cruise.
Yeah, I've
And
been on 2.
that is on my list. I do want to experience that one. And like I was telling Ryan, I was like, yeah, you know, the difference between Carnival ships is huge.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like my personal, if you want to go on a cruise and you feel like you can't afford maybe like a Disney cruise or a Royal cruise, Carnival, but do not, if it's under like $500, don't go.
I was about to say, I've seen one, I think it was one of the much older ships. It was like a $200 4-night cruise.
Don't go. Don't go.
Wow, what a deal!
Don't go.
It's a
Carnival, the Carnival Magic. Or no, the Carnival Mardi Gras or the Carnival Magic are the 2 boats that I can say the best experience you'll have. Like, amazing shows. Food was awesome. The boat is huge. 6,000 people.
So
and
I
straight
can
open.
say this. First off, how long were those cruises?
We went on a 7-day.
Okay, so 7-day Disney cruise will still run you about $5-6 grand. If you and Ryan,
person?
no total. Now that's counting 2 people. Now, if you do a much shorter cruise, keep in mind this was 2018. The prices, fluctuate. Me, my parents, and my younger brother all went on the Disney Magic inside stateroom, so no pretty view, and it was a 4-night cruise. We paid pretty much the exact same price. So if y'all want to do a Disney cruise, what I can suggest is do one of the shorter cruises, and they then get a travel agent because they always, Disney always throws in those little special prices and all that.
Always outsource, as I say. Because the thing is, too, it's like we want to, like, as newly married couples or even, relationships, there's a rule. You go to Disney with your family, go to Disney with your loved one, you and your loved one by yourself, experience it. Then when you have kids, that's the rule. Like, you have to go as a couple without kids. It's a completely different experience.
Do you know what's even a more wilder experience? Going by yourself.
That's I ain't tried that, bro.
That's like one of those, like, I'm taking a leap of faith situations because you were an adult going to Disney. But let me tell you, from my friend's Michael's experience, it's a whole different creature.
I believe it. One, you ain't got to worry about nobody but yourself. It's just, hey, anybody want to go here? No, oh, it's just me. Let's go. It's just like,
I'm going to theater.
I can't even think. Have I ever been to any type of amusement park? No, I haven't been to any amusement park by myself.
I've been to Six Flags by myself, but that was back when I was in high school and when I worked there.
And it was Six Flags.
Six Flags. not one of the great Six Flags either.
They're not doing too hot right now, but we're not getting into that because that's a different can of worms and a different topic for another day.
Yeah, they kind of need to add a few things, but yeah, another day, another story.
No, they're to give you the short version. The recent CEO has taken so much money and cut it to the point where every park president was about ready to quit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, boy. It's not a small world. It's over there. I might want to hear that. But I'm just saying, besides, I mean, like, our Six Flags over Georgia, I mean, besides, like, Fright Fest, they don't do anything.
Well,
they
used to do a Christmas thing, or don't they have a like drive-through Christmas lights thing?
That's about it.
So 1.5.
Oh no, that's at the Whitewater.
Oh, there's a Whitewater.
Yeah, that's Whitewater drive-through Christmas
lights. They still do that. But besides that, I can't think of anything else.
I wonder what if they're ever going to do anything with the property where American Adventure stood.
Oh my god!
I only been there one time.
It better not become condos. That's all.
That would be a little bit too pricey considering it's literally the same parking lot as Whitewater. Oh.
This just in. American Adventure's old lot is now becoming condos. Oh, they saw our video!
Like, how?
We can take this video right here.
You speak it into existence, that's how.
Like, can you imagine? Oh, God. I'm good. I'm good.
But I think we're going to cut it here just because Will and I are actually about to talk about a little bit of something else. That'll be coming a little later. Go ahead and plug yourself, my friend.
Yes, guys. Most of y'all, I think, know who I am, but if you don't, I am William Gordine, aka Zero to Chaos, the creator of FSP or FSPN. That's our streaming channel. That's our Twitch handles as well. So you can find me on Twitch, YouTube at Final Stage Promotions. Popping up here, if he snaps me again. Put him down. Put him down. Put him down. But you can also check us out on Twitch at FSPN. We stream every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Sunday. Around 8:30 Eastern Time on the weekdays, and on Sundays, Final Stage News live, 10 a.m. That's a less mouthful.
Yeah. Well, I can guarantee you a lot of our viewers have not seen you haven't seen you in a newer video because we're almost at 200 subscribers.
Mm-hmm. Which I'm so proud of you guys, man. Like, I was sitting there, I was like, man. So, like, during the time that y'all was, like, the rise of the blast, y'all can steal that. But
put it on a mug.
I went towards Twitter. I stepped away from YouTube for a while. Was focusing on Twitch and was focusing on Twitter all last year. And, like, it was cool because like, I always see y'all still working here on YouTube. I'm like, yeah, keep going.
Yeah,
keep the content going.
Yeah, try to do some gameplay videos. We did one for Putt,
and we need to finish Pajama Sam.
Yeah, and I did a couple episodes of One Piece, World Seeker.
World Seeker.
Yeah, World Seeker. The only reason I haven't been doing that in a while was because, well, the holidays just happened and moving. And that was only like the main thing right there. Once I get my whole setup back and going, I will be returning, and hopefully I can actually use my face cam to do facial reaction as well, because I also want to do some more games, like some horror games. And here's the thing: I'm a coward by nature. If I see something jump at me, you're going to see me go flying across the room.
I will reiterate what I said during the Toe of Satan challenge. I am the smart one.
Don't worry. I'll have him bring you in chains. Like, no, I don't want to be here. You're going to watch Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yo.
I don't do horror. There's a reason why Jazz does the horror.
I'm about to say, so you will definitely know. If you come to my Twitch channel, there ain't no horror. All right? we are wholesome people. You may see a couple of magic happen here and there, and a little Apex here and there. Call of Duty pop back in.
A little magic.
Well, what about Overwatch? You still doing that?
Yes. Funny story. Last year, because I took a break too during the holidays, it just all got to me, and I was like, I need to take a step away.
Oh yeah.
So literally, we came back. By the time this video comes out, we just started streaming again, the schedule, and they were like, "Do we want to play Overwatch again?" And I was like, "Yeah." And then my friend was like, "What about Apex?" I was like, "Oh." So it's like a drug, man. Like
whatever happened to the sequel? Did that ever come out?
For Apex?
No, for Overwatch.
Overwatch, yeah, it came
okay.
out.
So quick story. Overwatch 2 drops. Because it's free now, the servers couldn't hold it. So
yeah, I heard about that. That's the last thing I heard about.
Like hours getting in. So then, literally, now that the tryhards have pushed all of the curious people out, which you shouldn't do that. You suck. But the tryhards came in, stomped their way through. Now it's like a very weird space. So it's like either you're going to get good, or you're just going to get tired of it and be like, well, I can't play with randoms because the randoms don't listen, and we're going up against these people who think they're professionals, and they're not. So they get beat by the professionals, come down to us and just wreck us. So we're just like, bub it. But
there's a reason I don't play competition games.
Same.
You
So I don't play Fortnite, so I don't play Overwatch.
Do you know what I've gotten back into? This is going to pull a memory out from the back of your brain. Wizard 101. It is still going, still getting updates.
I give them that, man. Can we get a clap for Wizards 101, bro?
They're gonna be changing up here shortly because Kingstyle, the company that made it, got bought out.
Okay.
So the from the financial earnings, I kept up with this for a brief period. The financial earnings from the last quarter that they released, one of their statements was that one of the things they wanted to do with Wizard was to bring it to other platforms.
Which they should.
Yes.
100%.
With how consoles and everything are now, there's no reason not to.
Oh my god!
So-
Can you imagine that on a PS5?
PS5, no. Imagine it being portable on Switch.
Or the Steam Deck.
Or the Steam. Well, I mean, that's already possible.
Well, yeah. That's already
It's
possible.
on Steam.
Right? It's just kind of like those, like, seeing those type of things. Like,
Now
that
Pirate
RuneScape,
101,
you know.
that's another thing because they haven't updated that in years, and it's probably dead. No pun intended, dead in the water.
Hey.
Until a wizard comes by and goes,
Hey, I was about to say, with today's era, we've been seeing games that we thought were just gone, and companies going like, "Well, you gave us the rights to the code, so we'll make our own thing with it."
Oh,
so,
Toontown Recoded or whatever it was called.
Yeah.
or
Look
Ty
at
the
them.
Tasmanian Tiger game. I don't remember the name, but the dude with boomerangs.
Oh, not Rayman. I don't want my brain.
He's like a Tasmanian tiger or devil. Or
I know what you're
something
talking about. My brain went to Rayman. I'm sorry.
Well-
Those damn rabbits.
Well, yeah.
Well, I think
so
Rayman's getting a resurgence too, but I'm not sure.
one thing we definitely need to do for this year, we are going to hit 200 subs this year. That's not without a doubt. Now the question
Yeah.
was whether we were going to hit the end of last year. We didn't, obviously.
Yeah, we were hoping for it, but we weren't really.
We weren't making a lot of content because you were in the middle of everything. I was in the middle of everything. I'm still a full-time worker. You're still a full-time worker. We're still going to get this done because we will. With you not working till the late evening anymore, this will be a lot easier.
Yeah, not to mention, I'm starting up some comic dubs, which I did one the other day of Joker. It was not on my new mic; it was actually on my older mic, so you can kind of tell it was kind of.
Now, with the comic dubs, are you like going through the comics and voiceover it?
Well, not over like a whole comic book, more like short comics like you see on
Snippets?
yeah, like snippet comics, like little comedy things and all that.
Okay.
But yes, we need to discuss. You and me need to discuss what we're doing when we hit 200 subs.
I'll review Dragon Ball Evolution.
Get me out of here! Get me out
No,
of here!
you're not. Get over here.
Hey, man.
Wrong franchise, but you know what? Get over here.
All I know is it's better than drinking anything. We ain't doing that.
Take a shot when they diverge from the actual story.
It's right up there with the Stephen King drinking game.
Oh. See that, right? No way. But when it happens, I gotta know. I might gotta come back.
Oh yeah.
I gotta come back.
Oh yeah. We're going to do something stupid. Whether
200 pizza bite challenge.
I was about to say either we're going to eat something 200 somethings, or we're going to fill up a bunch of balloons with a bunch of stupid things we have to do. One or the other. So, yeah, I stole that one from what they're called Dangy Bros,
Dangy Bros. I didn't talk about.
where they throw the dart at the balloon. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's going to do it for today, guys. We are so glad to be back. I'm Otaku Kent.
I'm reviewing Dan.
I'm Zero to Chaos.
Hope you all had a blast.
We love you guys. We hope you love each other. And don't forget, it's 2023. We're going to make it awesome.
We're going to come back with a bang.
Don't forget to stay random. Peace out, guys.